I'm sorry to disappoint you, David, but for me, this movie did not live up to the expectations with the first two movies in the series. Allow me to explain why. Yo, what is up, my Cinedroids? G to the S here. Today, I'm going to be reviewing the third installment in the Christopher Reeve series, Superman 3. In this film, Clark Kent returns to his hometown in Smallville for his high school reunion, reconnecting with an old flame, Lana Lang, played by Annette O'Toole. Meanwhile, in Metropolis, a wealthy and cunning businessman, Ross Webster, played by the late Robert Vaughn, enlists the help of a gifted but quirky computer programmer, Gus Gorman, played by the late Richard Pryor, to further his schemes for global financial domination through the use of advanced technology. When Superman intervenes Webster's plans, the villain becomes determined to neutralize the Man of Steel. Gorman is tasked to create a synthetic kryptonite. I'll get to that in a minute, because I have things to say about that scene. However, due to an unforeseen substitution during its creation, this artificial kryptonite has unexpected and an unusual effect on Superman, leading him down a path he has never traveled before. Again, brace yourself for a whirlwind of negativity with that in a moment. In fact, no, let's talk about it now, because I cannot take this anymore. The fact that in this movie, they incorporated the kryptonite as a way to turn Superman evil makes no sense whatsoever. Because in the comics, kryptonite was used to either weaken Superman's power or, even worse, kill him. But in this movie, they're like, well, we can't make the kids in the audience cry for the death of Superman, so let's make the kryptonite a way to turn him evil. In terms of the way they executed that story, and the way they developed the characters on that one, I gotta put down the bull roar flag right now. Sure, Richard Lester did a great job on directing the last movie. Don't worry, I'll plan to do a spoiler review on the Richard Donner cut sooner on my schedule. Once I have the time and the money to do so, that is. But for this movie, I'm sorry. I'd say Richard Donner should have been back in the director's chair to take care of the series. Without Donner, this movie, and I believe the fourth film, which I also have yet to watch and tear apart as well, didn't even need to happen. But nope, you're like the favorite child who shuns their little brother out from the spotlight and decide to steal his ideas and make them worse. That's the best analogy I could come up with. Come on, you gotta give me that one. I'm very proud of that one. Anyways, his directorial style does not work in this movie. All the people involved in this movie look like they're phoning in their lines for a quick paycheck, or they feel forced in just to pad the film out and fill in the runtime. Whichever one, they both failed miserably. And in terms of the movie's attempt to add in some dramatic and emotional depth to this movie, I know they're trying to make us care for Superman in this movie. But still, being that I thought the idea of making the kryptonite turning Superman evil makes no sense, because even though I haven't read any of the Superman comics, I have a feeling that it doesn't say anywhere about any form of kryptonite turning Superman diabolical and evil. It's just something that they made up for this movie. I mean, him turning evil could have worked if he had the right way of telling it to us. But nope, you just had to bite the bullet on that one, didn't you? Also, when it comes to both the way the effects look in this movie, even in the mix of the film's action sequences, they do not live up to the same expectations that I had in mind within the last two films. The first two movies have action sequences and stakes that have a point to the story, and the second one was less comedic than this movie did, in my opinion. Sure, you can make the argument that the first movie had some comedic relief in it, but again, it was used in moderation. They knew that they didn't have to overcook the comedy, so they used Otis in small variations to add a bit of humor to it. But it worked. It wasn't used too much, so I appreciated that. But for this movie, this humor in this movie was either used way too much or used at inappropriate times, because I didn't think that this movie's humor is that funny to watch at all. In fact, I was facepalming and cringing every time I hear a joke or I see some slapstick that they utilize just to play for laughs throughout the whole movie. Now again, the slapstick and pratfalls could have worked if you have the right person using that type of humor in small doses. But no, some idiot in the writing department thought it would be a brilliant idea to add in so many pratfalls and slapstick physical comedy that had no point to the movie whatsoever. And I'm just sitting there like, oy vey. Whoever hired this guy needs to get off the stage right now. He is not fit to write the script whatsoever. Now, I will say the only saving grace to this film that I think looks really good is both the camera work and the cinematography. That's it. They did a really good job operating the cameras in this movie. But other than that, guys, in the end, to shorten up this review, Superman 3 felt like a cash grab sequel that didn't live up to the expectations of the first two movies. It was boring, it was cringe-inducing, the story betrayed everything that they set up for the first two films, and the characters were not well developed at all. In short, it was a disappointment, and I'm glad that I got to watch it for free on Max, so that way I won't have to waste my hard-earned money on it. And as a result, I rate Superman 3 a good for frats and sororities rating. Because this might be the right type of movie to watch with a group of stoner hippies who think, oh, Superman 3, that's a fun one to watch. Yeah, let's watch it together. That's those people in a nutshell. It's probably the right demographic for this movie anyway. For the rest of you, you have the option to skip this one and watch the first two Superman movies again. Those are way better. Don't waste your time with this one. It's just not worth it. So Superman 3, you've seen it, right? Well, let me know in the comments what's a sequel that you hoped for would be as good as the first two films, but after the movie is over, you felt like you got punked because of the wasted potential throughout the whole thing. I would love to see some answers that you can come up with down in the comments below. Go wild and get creative. But if you guys like this video and you want to see some more, make sure that like button shines in your face. That'll totally help me out a ton. Also, share it with your family and friends and favorite it. That's a very good way to show support for this review. Also, if you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe and ring that bell right next to you so you can be notified of future videos that I have in store for you. Also, if you want a shout out in a future video, just follow me on my Instagram page and I will choose one of my Cinedroids to be displayed as a shout out. The link's in the description below. Also, you guys don't have to do this if you don't want to. I understand. But if there's a rare chance that you are interested in doing so, there's a little join button down below the video, just right next to the subscribe button. Or if you guys are watching it on an Apple device, be it iPad, iPhone, or whatever it is that you're using, there will be a link in the description so that way it can make it easier for you. By the way, if you click on the link or the button below, not only will you join my YouTube membership program, but you'll also have access to loyalty badges, custom-made emojis that I created for myself, week early access to future reviews, and a special shout out from yours truly. So if you guys want to be mentioned in a video, just click on the link or the button below and become a member. It doesn't cost you much. It only costs about $2.99 a month to join. So make sure you click on the link or the button and become an OG Cinedroid in no time. Also, I set up a Patreon page for you guys to check out as well. There will also be a link in the description so that way you can visit my page and gain access to up to 4 membership tiers. On my page, I post nerdy fan polls, book audio reviews, and also movie/TV show episode reactions, both audio and visual, on my page as well. Uncut and full length. So if that's your cup of tea, if you guys are interested, go to the link below, become a patron, and let's get to know each other a bit more. Also, if you want to subscribe to my gaming channel, there's either a link in the description or at the icon card at the top right corner of your screen. Go over there, subscribe, and let's just have fun together. Also, if you want to subscribe to my GS Productions After Dark channel, where I review movies, TV shows, and video games that are strictly not for families, there will also be a link in the description so that way you can check out that channel if you're feeling frisky. But until then, I'll see you next time. Peace out.